Child. Anyway, so
hello, everyone. My name is Shaden, and I am your retrograder. I'm giving out the A's, the B's, all the way to the F's for this retrograde. Please, for these retrogrades, there are 4 planets, at least 4, I think, in retrograde. So it's a lot of chaotic energy right now. I'd suggest everyone take some time. Don't get into any arguments. Don't make any long life decisions. Take a second and think and reassess. Retrogrades are times to refine, reassess, renew. Take some time. Think. Go ahead. Give me a reword.
No, I'm literally thinking with you. I'm like
Rihanna.
Yeah.
Release. It's a great time for you to go back and re-observe the things you're going through. Yeah, and it's you have until August 8th is when it ends. There's a 2-week period after where you still get the effects of at least Mercury. You get the effects of it, but overall, it's going to be a rough August, mid-August, and then by the time we're entering September, we'll be back to normal.
That's kind of frustrating to hear. Quotes. August 8th.
Yeah.
Girl, I have stuff I want to say between now and then.
You can say it, just be prepared.
Oh, I'm prepared. Are they prepared? Are they prepared? Is really the question.
Well,
what planets are it's Mercury.
Mercury. Hold on.
You're not pulling it up. You're not pulling it up. You're the retrograder.
Okay, I'm giving grades at the end. The teacher never knows what we talk about. What you talking about?
The teacher doesn't know the answer until they're grading it, I guess.
Not interested. Leave me alone. Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune.
That's 5.
That's what I'm saying. At least 4, I was saying. But yes, it's 5.
That's too much. It's too much.
Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. And I'm not going to get into what these planets
I guess we can just go to your other podcast.
Yeah, I'm not going to get into what these planets are about, but it's a lot of things going to be affected.
How vague and meaningful and deep and powerful to say that.
Travel.
I'm not going to get into it, but it's going to be a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Travel. August 8th. Where am I going? Hold
Rebellion.
I don't feel like going.
Hidden truths are going to come to light.
Hidden truths? Good truths?
Hidden truths.
I don't feel like getting any new confessions between now and August 8th.
People from your past may hit you up. You may find yourself talking to old friends or rekindling old relationships, kind of thing.
I could talk to an old friend. That might be okay.
Yeah, talking to an old friend is one thing. It'll also be people you may have fallen out with trying to come into contact with you. That could be a possibility. Yeah. So just be careful. I'm just saying, be careful out here, y'all. Be careful. Keep your neck on the swivel.
Okay, we're definitely gonna check in, but the next time we record, August 9th, LOL. Okay. And see if this is happening to you in your circle, because I'm curious to know what that. And also, my thing is, the people that are aware that it's happening, they're be careful, be swivel. Are they if everyone is being aware? Who's the people that's hitting the people up? Are you giving back into your past people's lives, Jaden, knowing this information, or because you're aware of it, you're not?
How so? As someone who's into astrology, how I tend to do it, because you forget about all that. When things are happening in real time,
right.
You don't remember the things you just learned in class.
True.
So I'm
LOL.
But then it's once it's done, I'm oh my god, I forgot that this was or not once it's done. Even if I'm about to do it or talking about it or in action of it, it's why is this coming up? If I ever ask, it's that's because
when you think about it
in retrograde. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, also speaking of, my name is Amira, and the retrograde effects, like Jaden said, some ologies, technologies, other and all kinds of ologies. So we were supposed to record like 5 years ago this episode,
Yes.
where I wrote something about the heat being quiet. I don't know if that's poetic or just like dramatic, but I think it has something to do, Jaden, with like it kind of just sneaking up on you now that I'm talking about it and saying it out loud, because this week there was a touch of that quiet heat where you go outside, you're like, okay, it's not bad. And then you're walking to your car, I guess, and you feel a bead of sweat just like fall down your back. And you're like, I didn't call for that. I didn't know that it was
Right.
hot. And you don't know you're hot until you pass out. And I'm not a fan of that. And
We did have that, especially I think at the time of us recording, that's when it was 90 every day, and it was
girl,
so hot. But it wouldn't feel hot if you were looking out. Even if you were looking outside, it's like it don't look that hot. But then you open that door, and it would be like doom,
like in the eye. And my problem is, remember back in the day when it was hot, you could see it. Like you said, it is what it looks like, a wavy cartoon. Now you look outside, you literally don't know. The trees are breezy. Literally. Girl, not the police are trying to have a race in my street. Y'all hear that?
They heard the sound.
Hello. I I am not a fan of this weather, but also it's kind of scandalous because, like you said, it was 90s, blah blah blah, all this stuff. On days where they claim that it's 80s and 70s, I'm like, why is this the hottest day of my life?
Right.
This feels hotter than the 90. I think it's because the 90 was such a shock. My body didn't know.
It touched 100 too. Like it was up there.
In the beginning of spring, that doesn't even make sense.
So
Let's just
also a
begin
lot of
this
water
show,
energy
Jaden.
in the air.
A lot of water, energy in the air.
That's why there's been so many like there's been drownings, there's been like the floods, like there's been a lot. It's a Scorpio, I mean Pisces is in the sky right now, and Cancer, and so when the water signs is already there, they charge that other water sign. So it's a lot of water energy going on right now. Be clear of the water. I was just gonna pull the other day, and I was not gonna lie, I was so nervous to go, but I was like,
right, just put your feet in,
full body diving in, the whole thing. I wasn't
just like you said, you forget about it.
Right. Once I was there, I was like, blah, 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 blah. Like I did not care.
Let's see who can stay underwater the longest.
Okay, everyone hold their breath for 5 minutes. Like,
let's do duct tape this time. Yeah.
Like, come on.
Jaden, before we go any further,
yeah,
where are we?
We are.
Yeah, I know.
Show called. It's called Anyway, with Jaden and Amira.
The best to do it. The best to do it, honestly. I've been searching for better, and I personally haven't come across any.
I haven't come across anyone.
And that was kind of like a waste of a search, if we're being honest. Let's just get started on this show. Let's start with our moment of the week. This is where Jaden and I share things from literally any week of our life.
Literally.
Sometimes it happens in the future, you know. That made us say, "Ciao." It's just anyway. And I'll go first, Jaden, because mine actually did happen this week. It actually happened today. And not true to the prompt. It did not make me say "Ciao" anyway. It actually made me say, "How embarrassing! I'm so ashamed." So first, this moment goes back to last week. I might have to show a little shoulder, guys. It's getting hot.
Quiet heat.
Hello, and the AC is on. What do I pay for? So last week I'm at Trader Joe's, right? And the person that's ringing me up is like, "Do you work in the area?" And you know how they like to do at Trader Joe's, like to flirt with you, like to be in your business. So I'm like, "Oh no, I work in blah blah blah." And they're like, "Oh no, the reason I asked is because," which is like, okay, I didn't even ask why you asked, but they're like, "Oh, the reason I asked is because you always are in here. Like you're always in here. I see you all the time." First of all, Jaden, now, I'm a pretty observant person, and I do feel like I know the shifts at Trader Joe's. I'm like, okay, yeah, you working today? Yeah, I didn't see you on Tuesday because that's not when you were. This person, Jaden, I've only ever seen one other time, like working on putting some cookies on the shelves. I'm like, why are you looking at me when you supposed to be stocking the shelf? Like, so, so I said, like, oh, that's embarrassing. I live in the area. And then you know what they say? Oh, well, that's less embarrassing then. Not you agreeing that it's embarrassing. Not you agreeing that it's embarrassing. So that happens, and I'm already like, okay, I'm on you. The next time I go back today, so yeah, they might have had me with that one because this was probably like 4 days ago. And you know how they have that whole like put the number up and that's the next person you're going to. I was so scared I was going to have to go to them again, but praise God, I go to somebody else, right? So they ring me up. It's no big deal. They ring me up. Okay, it's time to leave. I'm about to leave, and I think it's a little bit strange. I don't get a receipt, but I'm like, whatever. I don't need a receipt. They know me here, right?
Okay.
I walk out. I'm listening to music, and you know, when the music is loud, when the girls are singing, you can't hear anything. I only pause it to just say hello, how are you? And then once the note clears, I hear, excuse me. And I'm like, somebody tells me to turn around. I should have kept walking, honestly, but I fear I might have gotten tackled. I turn around and my cashier is outside the store. Like, I'm like, yes, your card. Something happens with your card. I'm like, oh, let me get back in this store, Jack. Girl, I did not pay for that food.
Oh my God.
That's how you do it, Jada. You gotta really make yourself familiar. So every now and again, you can steal a carton of eggs. You know what I mean? I'm like, first of all, that's not my fault. He's like, oh, the receipt didn't print. I thought nothing of it. Okay, so that's your fault, girl. That's on your tab. So then it's so embarrassing. I have to get rung up, and I just do the thing where I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. I'm just like, girl, now everybody knows something I'm broke.
Right. But they had to re-ring you up? It wasn't just still sitting right there?
No, he didn't re-ring me up, but he had to go back. When I walked up to the screen, the little screen said transaction in process. Once again, I mean progress. That's not my problem.
That's not.
I put the card in. I tapped. It told me to remove the card. So I'm going to remove the card and myself from the store. So this time I did get a receipt. And I'm like, you're corny for that. Really? Because first of all, don't they have a rule where you can't chase people? I thought you couldn't chase people. You could have got this on the next time I came in 2 days. Literally in 2 days.
Like, literally, I'll be here tomorrow. And I'll be like, don't you work tomorrow? Like, I will be here when your shift starts.
I know for a fact that this person works tomorrow. Wait, hold on. What's tomorrow?
Wednesday.
Yeah. I know they'll be there. It'd be them same. I know which people of color work on which days. Because I'm like, oh, she's back. She must only work on Thursday. So that's my moment of the week because I want to expose myself, Jay. I have healed from whatever they were thinking I was doing. I've healed from that. I've moved on. That's not me, you know. So going back to that place took me to, you know, I was a little bit triggered, like not being chased out the store.
Chasing the store is kind of crazy, but also the first person being like, "You're here all the time. You about to go pick up a mop and clean up?" Like they basically was like,
you know, protocol, 2 bells, 3 bells.
For them to be an employee is crazy as well, because that was so rude and condescending. To be like, "Do you work here?" No.
No, work in the area. Work in the area. Work here would be insane. That's what I'm like. You like, let's fight.
I'm like, about. And then why can't I be at the grocery store every day? Like, some people go to the grocery store to go pick up meals. Like,
yes, I'm just me. I'm supposed to buy enough beef for the week for my kids. Like, what are you talking about? Like, and Jaden, why would I? The thing that got me, and it's like, okay, y'all are going too deep for nothing that deep, but that's what the show does. Why would I go to the grocery store in the neighborhood that I work so that I'm commuting home with groceries instead of going to the grocery store near where I live? Let's think. Come on. And risking like my coworkers at the grocery store. What are you talking about?
Like,
because you're in here
you
a
saw
lot.
Your coworker because they swore you worked at the Trader Joe's.
Hello, look, you could be my twin. Curly hair, tall, vibe, everything else that people say. Yes, Jaden, I did. To answer your question, I did.
I'm not
I
even.
did.
What's funny is while you were talking, I almost asked you a question, but I'm like, wait, we're not on FaceTime. Let me reserve my question for.
Oh.
It's a harmless question, but it's a in your business question.
Messy.
So I'm just going to reserve that. Hopefully, I can remember it.
Girl, just write it down, or literally put it in the chat. I bet I know the question.
No, you don't. I can't spell. What is this word?
I don't know, girl. No.
Child. Anyway, we're moving on. So that's really unfortunate that they really played with you like like that at Trader Joe's.
Yeah, really.
Anyway, so my moment of the week.
We had a Patreon, bonus episodes.
We do. You can definitely Cash App me, and I can send you personal videos of me and Amira like hanging out or like singing a song. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to send me $30 and we make you a smash hit, we'll do that.
Yeah, send you a video of our like FaceTime call, text thread, whatever.
Screenshots, like whatever you want to say, like it's fine.
Voice notes.
Anyway, my moment of the week is something that definitely happened a few weeks ago. I'm not gonna lie. It happened before before we were supposed to record originally, when it was quiet hot. I was quietly hot when I went to the library because I got an email saying that a book I put on hold was ready for pickup. And I'm like, what book I put on hold? So I go to the library. They're like, oh, we have the book here. I get it. And I'm like, oh, I forgot I even put this on hold because of how long it has been. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, finally, I got it. Like, I get to read it now. Blah, blah, blah. So I go back to the library to get a friend a book, which we'll get to that. But I went to get a friend a book, and whenever I'm at the library and I'm like, especially if I'm checking out a book, I just have to renew like all the books up to like, so they're all up to the same date. And they were trying to renew this book, and the librarian is like, oh, I can't renew this one. Someone's on the waiting list after you. But mind you, I'm already several days, if not, I was probably like a week and a half already into having the book. So if I would have known that I was going to have to give it up so soon, it would have jumped in my priority list. But it was not my priority list. I thought the book was mine. And so what had me upset was now I have to like rush read this book. And the book was Freedom is a Constant Struggle by Angela Davis. And it's like a collection of essays and back and forth with like the person who, like, I don't know if he wrote it, like he's the one who like put it together, like curated it, or if Angela wrote it. And I think she asked him, based on how I'm remembering what it says in the beginning, she asked him to interview her for the book. Right. And they emailed through correspondence about different things over a period of time. So whatever. And it pissed me off because now I have to rush read this book, which is not like a continuous book. It's not like a continuous thing. Each thing is a new conversation around a different topic. Like, so having to find time to read it I was also trying to read other books, but now this has to take priority. So then when I took the book back, the librarian was like, oh, well, you can go add your name back onto the list because after the person behind you, there's no one else. And I'm like, okay, I'm not doing all that. No shit. Like, why would I put someone else through what I just went through? Like, I'm already irritated that I had to give the book back sooner. Why would I literally be like, this my op now, and go put my name to make her rush the book? Like,
that perspective is so wild, Jada. Why would I put someone else through this? Girl, they've had readers out here. They didn't get 10 books at a time like you.
Child, and they was in the book writing in it and underlining. This is a public book.
With a pen or pencil?
Pencil. I'll give them that.
I mean, but still.
But still, this is not your book. And how I felt, they wasn't underlining and notating on anything super like groundbreaking. She's like,
Jada,
Palestinians deserve to live. And she's like, underline. I'm like, well, that's not a good example.
You picked the wrong line.
I did pick the wrong line. And that was not in the book at all.
I'm the title of the book.
Right. She underlined Angela Davis. With a question mark. Like, leave me alone.
She underlined the credits. My thing is this, Jaden. After you said that, because obviously we had a conversation about that, I'd be so nervous to highlight stuff in my books. I'm like, what if Jaden borrows this? Is this good?
I'm definitely judging you. Like, I'm judging the previous.
I'm highlighting like, is this deep and meaningful?
Only reason I do is because the anonymity. Like, because I have no idea who it is. Like, I'm able to just, make up whatever. But if I knew who it was, I'd be like, no, it's like, girl, pick apart.
Yeah, right. You're judging even harder. You're like, girl, you stupid. You had to.
You picking the worst things to graph. It's like, I spoke in Moscow, and she's like, exclamation. It's like, who cares about this? Like,
hard.
But it'd be like, the other thing was the next sentence would be like the most impactful portion of the thing, and she's like, I just know they read in the past and like,
Don't need that. Literally, Jaden, that's why I'm like, wait, you read this book already, right? You read this book already, Jaden? Don't borrow my copy. Like, I literally am highlighting, like, will Jaden say that this is a good thing to highlight? And then you know what? I'm like, oh, girl, yeah. You think I'm highlighting a public library's book? Yes, ma'am. Remember I showed you, I bought that one and the second copy of The Color Purple. You said, let me borrow it. I said, you got it. And then I bought something else. Because something about me, when I'm in a bookstore, not like a Barnes and Noble or something, but like a, small, we only have this one copy that was donated 20 years ago type of bookstore. If I see a book by a Black author and the book is primarily like a white bookstore, I'm just going to buy it.
Yeah.
And that could be trifling to do because it's like, you would rather have someone not read it than for you to just keep it on your bookshelf, and the answer is yes. I might not have. I shouldn't have said that during the retrograde. Maybe that's the wrong thing to say. I should think about it some more. But that's just my truth. So this book I saw when I was checking out, I said, "Oh, it's about Juneteenth." Okay, add to the cart. Okay. I don't even know which bookshelf I put it on, girl. I think you should buy the book that you're talking about.
Oh no, I am. I planned on it. That's I think what I told the librarian. I was like, I'm probably gonna buy it.
Like, she was like, okay, brag.
This is the book I would actually want to keep and maintain and like reread or go back to portions and
annotate and then let me borrow it.
Yeah. But what's funny is I'm not an annotator at all. And I wish I were one and understood. But I'm also, how often am I reading books that are mine? Like, I'm not. That's also not.
Well, yeah, don't start writing in my books, girl.
I'm not. I told you I owe you a new Kindred, but we'll talk about that.
Now he dipped my book in a cup of coffee. Like, I just can't.
Child.
You were like,
I was reading at the water slide, and I'm going down the water slide like, ooh, this is good. Reading.
Girl, you said find time to read. Just read whenever.
Read whenever you can.
Reading, please. Speaking of reading, let's get into The Catch. This is where Jade and I talk about things that happen between now and the last time we recorded, really, and also sometimes the stuff just don't even really be, oh, I see what you've added.
At the last one.
Yeah, interesting. So the first thing to catch up on, always, I'm not sure why you need to do it, but why not? Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at ChallengeAwayPod. The Instagram, sometimes when the spirit moves, I'll throw a little survey up there. I'll throw a little something on the story.
I'm not even logged in. I need to log back in, but I'm not even logged into the Instagram.
And the way I see your bubble, like your circle pop up all the time for your other 3 pages. A story on every different page.
My friend Lily was like, I was having, because I also will talk to people on all 3 pages at the same time, and it'd be 3 completely different conversations.
Mm-hmm.
He said Dream Sife is with Jaden's 10 IG identities. And it's like, that's so real.
Yeah. You did log back in though. I
I did.
sometimes will accidentally be switched to the other, but I'm like, oh, what is all this? Who are these people? But it's just like promotional, like algorithmic. I
Yeah.
don't think we probably follow like 5 people or something. I have no idea. But the first thing, speaking of internet and not knowing what's going on, Jaden, it feels like I'm not even that old, really. But I don't know what's going on the internet, like, most of the times, and that's kind of how the internet works, where you're off for 2 days, and then you come back and you're like, "What is a labubu? A
Oh,
labubu?"
what is
I'm
a
like,
labubu?
is that I don't know what it is. And why are there 7 Dubai chocolateries
Okay,
open in
the Dubai
Philadelphia?
chocolate thing is something I also missed. I still don't know what that is technically, and I don't really want to. Like, Dubai is a terrible place, so like,
Dude, I'm like, wait, what is this, and why has a new building been erected for this to replace a place that I enjoyed, a bagel place, and now there's only why are y'all chopping up so many strawberries? Where's the chocolate?
child, this is all because the C word, and
Yes, and it's okay to
it's
say it,
it's
girl.
it's it's all because of capitalism. It's all not even just capitalism, but the falling and the
Consumerism.
failure of an empire. Like, because we
Yeah.
are entering a recession, people are losing their
Entering.
minds. People, we are in a recession. This is the recession indicator. Bad. Like, people are losing their
Yeah.
minds over a la boo boo. Like, it's a thing that we can all like scream and rant about. So we're all gonna put all our energy into that instead of really looking at what's actually going on
There's so
and
much
trying.
going
Like,
on.
it's trying to be a form of escapism, but it's actually just being a consumer and
It's working though,
essentially
girl.
overconsumption. It always will work because people cannot face reality. People need mythical things and tangible feels, like, to feel like their lives are progressing, and it's like, it's not.
And he's lucky that we didn't record that week because I saw an interview with Tyler Perry, very much doing the same thing of a distraction, doing an interview about how he has family members that ask him for money. I'm like, are we the normal people not tired of celebrity stories where it's like, and I
You
even
could
had to
stop
cut
it
my
earlier.
grandmother off. Like, okay, what, we don't care.
We don't care.
Yeah,
Your
that
poor
tells me the story
grandmother.
that every rich person
But
has.
your grandmother couldn't live on that property that you bought in Atlanta. Like, you had to cut your grandmother off, but you're buying half a state. Okay.
Listen, it was just an example. The grandmother is saved. The grandmother is Medea. Like,
You stole her whole vibe and look, and then now she
that's
can't,
crazy.
like,
That's not crazy.
she can't upgrade her bathroom. Like, you
She can't
being
even go to the
stingy.
grocery store without getting recognized because you done stole her whole
Okay.
look. Girl, speaking of stolen looks, Jaden, what I kept seeing like people saying, nah, Nikki ate with that one, or like she wrong for that. She's the problem. And I know that Jaden knows what's going on because look at your background. You have on pink right now, babe.
I do have on ping.
And you were
This
also in Pink City or whatever it was called. The
Gag
other
City.
Gag
That's so
City.
funny.
Yeah.
That was. Pink City. I'm sorry, that's so funny. So all that is Nicki Minaj has been a lot these past few years.
And try to be unbiased when you tell it,
No,
Jaden.
I'm going to be definitely unbiased because, and not even unbiased, I'm actually going to hold that lady like feet to the fire.
Oh,
But I think, which I've always said, I think there are times when Nicki speaks, she's saying
she
things
wrote
that,
it.
well, yes, but when Nikki speaks, she's saying things that are actually valid and true. But because it's coming from her, it's gone through like 4 different like filters, and by the time it hits people's ears, it's nom 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 nom. Like, girl, shut up! Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Because her calling out of certain people, of like Jay-Z,
Hmm.
I think some things are a bit extreme. Like, some things cannot be proven, and I also feel like at some point, I'm not saying what's happening. Okay, hold on.
You're not. You're
So
speaking in
I know,
riddles,
I know, I
baby.
know, I know, I know. Nicki Minaj has called out Jay-Z and Rock Nation, and Desiree Perez, who is the CEO of Rock Nation. She has also started to call out TDE and specifically Punch, and then SZA, and then Doechii, and I feel like there's somebody else that I'm missing, but like there's somebody else in that. Her issues with Jay-Z has to do with like bad dealings and him owing her some type of money, or Roc Nation doing things behind the scenes to like mess with her, or like stop her from opportunities, or pulling her from opportunities she already has. Like, you know, like she already has a deal. It's already been solidified. She's been doing it for how long? And then some randomly she's finding out that this company told them that they can't work with each other anymore. And there's a lot of history, I'll also say, with Jay-Z and Nicki Minaj, or like Young Money in general, because remember the whole thing with the Super Bowl thing when it was like, oh, Jay-Z don't want Lil Wayne to perform. Yeah. But it's like, Lil Wayne, like, you're not a good performer right now. And then also Kendrick Lamar had a huge year, so it's like, why would he not perform? Whatever. But also, like, back in the day, Jay-Z tried to buy Young Money. He tried to own and all the artists on it. And when that deal fell through, like, it was a whole thing. Honestly, I think there are some truths to, because Jay-Z is also known for having some bad business deals. You know, like, that's not inaccurate to who he has been. So that's what I'm saying. Like, some things she is doing or saying, I do think have validity, but because she's mid-rant and it's becoming annoying that every time the public is really engaging with you, it is through Twitter feuds, and it's your fan base going back and forth for everyone. That's number one. So I'll talk more about the SZA one, because the Jay-Z one is where I'm like, nah, she probably has something here, and it's going to come out. Was there
a catalyst for that, or she just woke up and was like, you know what I want to talk about today?
I forget what specifically happened. I think one day she just started tweeting. Honestly,
that's what it's the retrograde.
Honestly, truly, it was 2 weeks out. The other thing about retrogrades, and this will come up very soon in what I talk about with SZA, but other thing about retrogrades, they are during a period of time, but they have shadow periods outside of them where you start to see it kind of building up, and sometimes the shadow period can be a little worse than like the actual retrograde time.
A PMS, if you will.
Yes, like it can be way more intense before and after a retrograde than it may be during that time, which I think is crazy, because like, what? Leave me alone. But so Punch from TDE, which is SZA's like manager, he tweeted broken Barbies. Now, following that tweet was a link to a video from TDE's new artist with a song called Broken Barbies. So what obviously to me was a setup to get eyes on, you know, like, I think it was a setup. Like, I think he tweeted
Broken Barbies. This was called using the opportunity.
Yeah, because she was mid-rant. She was mid-rant when he tweeted that. He tweeted Broken Barbies, and then she started talking about Punch. SZA tweets, don't Mercury retrograde, don't fall for it, silly goose, or something like that. Don't fall for the bait, silly goose. So then Nicki starts going back and forth with SZA, and SZA's like, terrible. I don't care about none of that stuff you pop in. And then she started, in response to Barb's saying that SZA was a flop, she was proving that she wasn't. And this is where Nicki took things wrong. I think she was wrong about the whole Punch thing. SZA definitely was talking about Nicki. Like, I'm not about to sit here and be like, she was just talking about, she tweets like that all the time. Like, you haven't tweeted in months, and the first thing you tweet is during this, like, back and forth. Like, come on now.
It's a coincidence.
It is, sure. I can see it being a coincidence, but I don't think it was. So, she, in response to the fans, was posting or like reposting accolades. Like, y'all can't call me a flop. Y'all can't say I have no success like you do the other. Like, what happens is Nikki argues with someone, and then all the Barbs, one, they attack, of course, but they spend so much time saying like, "You're a flop. You can't do this. You can't sell more to her. You can't do this." And SZA's like, "That's not true, baby. Like, let's pull the cards and like,
let's look at the listener count. Yeah,
SOS is about to go diamond
because of you and your house alone.
Literally, and SOS is not that old. Control's about to be diamond as well. I think. I don't know. But it was her responding to that. But Nikki's like, does SZA think she's more successful than me? And so she started.
She tweeted that explicitly.
Naming everything. Naming everything. Posting her saying like Mizza. That's what she started calling her, which I think is hilarious.
That's
She's
cute.
like Les Miz.
That's cute.
Les Mizza. I'm like, that's cute. I thought it was cute too. She's saying like she can't sing. She almost broke that boy leg and all this other stuff. And,
yeah, I know that. Who cares?
And SZA was like, SZA also. I mean, Nicki was also saying like she never heard her music, like she don't know any SZA song. And so SZA put up receipts of Nicki reaching out to Punch about SZA being on her song, and SZA was like, "Yeah, you reached out to request. You reached out for features twice to no answer." She's like, "So you do know what I do, and you do know my impact clearly." She was like, "And you sing you're the one who sang my bars that I wrote for Feeling Myself." So SZA is on Feeling Myself. Like she
did you just accidentally say Mizza?
Did I? I didn't mean to.
Barb.
And she's like, you spoke my line. So then Nikki tells about the lore of how that happened, whatever. Regardless, it was annoying. It was a waste of time. And back to my whole issue with Nicki Minaj.
Oh, you have an issue.
One, the fan base. I recently I've been thinking like when we were younger, Nicki Minaj was huge, but I'm also thinking about like we were younger. So when people say like she raised me, that's like literally like we were in middle school when Nicki Minaj was like blowing up. So like these people were children. Like we were young and youthful, and so like of course, she was talking to us, you know, like directly to like was having events and kids were there, not kids, but like kids, like 16-year-olds was there to 18, and she's known them this entire time. Like she's known their names. She knows like she's paid for some of their like giving some of them scholarships. She's like she's done a lot for her fans to build such a strong bond. But what has happened is I also think people have joined Nicki's bandwagon to be intentionally like spiteful, rude, and nasty.
Yeah.
So like and find a place to do that in order to like spark, you know, controversy and issues, because what they do is they run to her and tell her everything people are saying, and that's going to make a person paranoid, especially after having corporate giants and machines go against her. Like she had her like hate train in 2018. You know, everybody hated Nicki. Everybody hated Nicki for
that's what our sophomore year.
Yes, that's like Queen era when her and Cardi are going at it. Like this is like all that happened.
That was fun time though.
And so what she has talked about is like, no, like the way y'all did the industry did me is grimy, and I'm going to be the bad guy then. Like I don't care. Like y'all not getting rid of me. That's what she said. She's like, y'all not getting rid of me. I do not care. Like y'all try to run me out. Y'all trying to find everybody else to come put me up. And none of them can do everything I do. Some of them can rap, but they can't sustain. Some of them look good and have pop personalities, but they can't rap. So it's like none of y'all can be the queen. And so
I honestly, her last album though, with her last project, I think there are people that could do better. There are people that are doing.
There are several people who can do better. But the other thing with her now is they saying that she owes money. Like she owes a few $100,000 to the bank, essentially. Like so they're saying like PF2 was a cash grab and the tour was a cash grab, and then the second like the tour, none of that money goes to her because she's paying back a debt. Like that's what the streets are saying. Now this is all allegedly. Okay, girl. Child, anyways, you kind of had reference in this whole show, so I'm never.
I mean, she set us up. She set us up. Thank you, girl.
But it is a shame to watch like someone who you respect like fall from grace. And I'll say fall from grace, not ruin her legacy or the other stuff. Like I think Nicki Minaj, the musician, the legacy will stand. But like Nicki Minaj, the person, or Tanya Mirage, she's the one that's like people are ready to wash their hands with her, and that's what I hate to see.
That's terrible too, because she really was kind of positioned to be like very much that like, and to me there's no reason why she could be like, I mean, she's the mother, literally. Like it should be kind of like, you made it win type of situation. But like, nobody want to work with you, girl. You're doing too much.
No,
I think a rebranding is needed in this time.
That's not gonna happen. She don't care, and she has enablers.
Here's the thing: rebrand so you can pay off that debt. How about that? Win a case. How about that?
Speaking of winning cases.
Hello. Speaking about it, Jaden, this season of Real Housewives of Atlanta, and you know what? I think it's crazy how different franchises and their viewership operates in different ways. Like some franchises, they don't do spoilers like that. They may post a clip, no context, but there are some shows that you don't even have to watch the show. For example, Love Island. The people don't care.
Island.
Real Housewives of Atlanta is very bizarre.
2 episodes.
I'm on episode 7.
Full. Oh, I forgot you're watching. I have seen 2 episodes in total. I can tell you the entire show.
Yeah, I already know who wins, and I know I'm trying to figure out who these people are, but I'm like, okay, sure, great, good for her. But Real Housewives of Atlanta is weird because I'm like, wait, I thought this episode came out on Sunday, and the girls have think pieces about next week's episode. I'm like, where are they getting all these extensive clips from? The trailer is 2 minutes. I must not be paying for that package.
Bravo, like a few days before the episode comes out, like I think it's been on Friday or so. They post several clips from the episode and be like, and so there's so much discourse about it, and then we watch the clip.
So much discourse, and I always feel like I missed something. I'm like, wait, how many episodes behind am I?
I think,
and then I go to look, and I have not. That's what I mean. I guess I get it.
Watching the actual, like I get getting them amped up. I'm like, anybody who's watching the reunion is watching the reunion regardless. Like
regardless.
So I'm gonna watch it first and then get to having an opinion about it.
That's the art. That's the art of the live tweeting during the event. Who's live tweeting during the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion? I'm watching it today,
right
on Tuesday. It came out on Sunday. With that being said, the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 16 wrapped, and we're on reunion part 2 of 3. Back in the day, I used to love, because that was kind of like a 2010-ish sort of a thing. Very Love and Hip Hop Atlanta to have all these parts of a reunion. Remember when reunions were just one part? Mm-hmm. Very vague. We're just catching up quickly before we start filming the next season. But now there's all these parts, and before that used to mean something. We have a lot of parts because we're going to really get some good information. I don't see why this. Of course, I love a part because it makes it longer and we can watch it for more weeks. But so far, I'm not seeing why we needed to have parts. Andy's moving on from everything.
We're going to move on from thing. The only person who needs to be there is Britt. That's just I think the only thing about the reunion that's making me upset outside of like pointless. The girls are whatever, but Britt, Edie not being there is pissing me off. Like we had everybody. Too much to get into with you for you to be not here.
Smart move though, because girl, they're about to eat her up bad.
They're going to eat you up. Oh, we all have something to say to you.
Andy probably had to throw away a good handful of cue cards when he found out she would not be there.
You can literally watch the hand cards get thin. Like
he's making questions on the spot. He's like, Tabby from Illinois asked. He just makes stuff up as he goes along, and the questions be so nutty and so boring. What do you think about that? Also, I feel like Beija's performance this reunion is very like pitiful and sad to watch. She's just like begging for the girls to believe her or to something her. I don't like it. And I also don't understand, no shade, why Cynthia is just like on the couch. I'm like, okay, is she a friend of the show or she got a beach? She's on the couch.
She's a friend, but she came out later.
But she's on that couch. Girl, she's on the couch for a very long time. When Tanya or whatever, Tanya had 5 minutes.
But Tanya was 5 minutes on the show, but not that next season.
I miss her. She was fun.
But my thing with, I want to talk about all the girls. I want to talk about them all and their performances at the beginning so far. So we can literally go from left to right. Cynthia.
Couch. Great. No, I said on the couch. I'm like, visualizing the couch.
Cynthia's been doing great. She's been very like neutral, like in most things, like being honest. Even we'll get to Shamia. Shaboing boing. I'm kind of.
Hold on. Let me find out. This is not Team Mimi.
Shamia. No,
you
she's
don't support a black queen with a good husband.
We'll get to Shamia, and I'll tell you why. But we'll get to Shamia. Faye. I think, like you're saying, she's not doing that well because she has to be on the defense because of her reputation. Like, because of the last time we saw her at a reunion, she's having to like be very like, I'm not going to give too much. I'm not going to take too much. And she's doing like a lot of apologizing and caping, but she's only been here half the season. Like,
she should be at home with her children. Like, she should just not be on the show at all.
Well,
next girl.
I'm not mad at Phaedra Parks being on the show because Phaedra Parks brings
she's so
maleficence. Like, she brings an evilness to the show. I don't know if that's what Maleficence means, but
it is. Well, yeah, Maleficent. Okay, now
Malice. Yeah,
because I'm like, there's a shorter version of that. On the show, she did okay, but on the reunion,
she is kind of like copping pleas and like pleading the fifth, like, and apologizing and like but it's because I think it's in combat.
Yeah, man, it's like, girl, shut up. You know him.
It's also combating Angela.
Yeah, Angela.
We'll get to that side. Portia, I don't know what she's doing. She looks amazing.
Amazing.
I feel like she's actually like standing on business, as they say.
No, she's not. Her hugging Drew was absolutely hilarious to me. He was like, "Are you sorry?" Funny. She's like, "Let me just give you a hug." I'm like, "No, use your words."
I know when she watched it back, she realized like you were being kind of ridiculous. Like,
she's making stuff up.
But
I love Portia's honesty when Andy's like, "Were you being petty?" She's like, "Yeah, I was being petty. Yeah, I met her husband to be petty."
About Ralph.
Yeah. It was so funny.
It was so funny.
I like Portia. She's absolutely bonkers, but I love her. What can I say?
I love me a Cancer. Like, they crazy, but they get it.
Oh yeah.
Shamimi. So like, here's my issue with Shamia. Yeah. I feel like Shamia is, I won't say different. It's almost like the thing that happened in the last episode really pointed out my issue with Shamia in general. Like, she'll have a problem with something, but will tell everyone but the person she has an issue with. But that's only if she has a true relationship with them. Like, she doesn't do that. If she doesn't like you, that's one thing. Like, if she feels like we haven't even met each other. Like, when she got into with Angela, that was out of fact. But her and Angela didn't know each other like that to even build anything off of. But for some reason, especially when it comes to Portia, like, or even Phaedra, even the thing with Phaedra, like, she felt some type of way for years about this thing and is telling Phaedra on camera that she didn't care, but everyone else is telling us like, no, you keep bringing it up, that this is bothering you.
And that was really embarrassing.
That was truly embarrassing. And when she brought up the whole bag thing from Drew,
also embarrassing,
because you saw that the designer had posted bag. No, that's the bag.
But it's shocking though, because Drew do be lying
and do be carrying fake stuff. But they're like, no.
But also, I love Drew for that. Okay,
right? No, that's why we need her.
Let's get to Drew, please. Oh wait, okay. I'm sorry. So, what's your issue with Shamia? You mad because she's scared of Portia?
annoying. I'm annoyed with Shimmy, if anything, because it's like, girl, you keep actually having issues with the things that people are doing, and you're not standing on business. I'm sorry, like,
That's
or
true.
like you're holding grudges past point. Like, if y'all already made up by the ending of the show, why are you doing your press tour about?
I always think that is so bizarre.
Like,
You feel
that's
like
so weird.
It's very weird to me. People watch interviews, and you know everybody's going to be sending this person the clip.
And we're watching it in preparation for the reunion.
Isn't it easier to just tell them what you feel instead of telling Charlamagne the God? No.
And this
why don't they do interviews on this show? No one will see the clip.
That was shady, but
that was so shady because I know people. That's what we're thinking.
But no one will see the clip because I won't post it.
It never aired.
That's the truth. Not because people don't watch it. It's because I won't even post.
It's set in the file with all the others. Yeah.
No shade. We talked to Portia. I'm posting it.
Like, oh yeah. Are you kidding me? Yeah. Immediately.
I love it so much.
Unedited. I do. I really like Portia. Like, she's a hot mess for real.
She's a hot mess.
She's so funny.
She's so funny and fun.
And she's gorgeous. That's all
I got for her. I just love me some Portia.
She's gorgeous. Anyway, and she's funny and she's charming. That's it.
Yeah. Angela. I really like Angela in the show in general. I understand the give and take for Angela. Like, I'm never against people when they say like they don't like her, because I get that. But I do like Angela. I just don't think any of her things have landed yet. Like, all the things she's been trying to do or like prove or like bring into account, like, it will get thrown out in court. Like, kind of thing. Like, no one cares because her brother follows this girl
that was so convoluted.
Like, and he's like, I literally follow thousands of people. Like, what does that have to do with anything?
And because my sister knows him, that means I know him.
All the people I follow on Facebook.
No, like, girl, what? Like, Facebook for real.
I think it is funny that they say that she's the of Atlanta, the Godfather.
Yes, that is
because I do think that's true. Like, I do think Phaedra has like a secret like agency running amok in Atlanta, like doing things. I do think that's
true. Too. She controls the bodies. She's literally moving the bodies.
She's literally moving. She's like, we have to keep these bodies coming in.
Hello, hello. Business will never be dry. Drew.
No.
Kelly.
Forgot.
That couch is packed, ain't it?
That couch is packed. But Britt was supposed to be on the other side. It's supposed to be a very even setting. I wonder if Cynthia would have been on the end. Yes.
No. They had to keep her because Britt wasn't there. They needed to fill the space.
No, I'm saying if Britt would have been there, she would have been on the end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So she can leave. Easily.
You are so mad at Cynthia on this couch. Anyway,
no, because she just sitting there just to say, "Child, you was upset about it." Just like interject every 10 minutes.
She is, but she's helping. Like,
she looks good, and that's what we need.
Anyway, we have to move on because this is about to be an hour long, and we just started.
And this not even what the show is about.
This is not even what the show's about. And then Kelly, girl, you being like passive aggressive, like, it's pissing me off. That's why Britt kind of clocked you. She's like, I've never seen you be aggressive. She clocked her.
That
bad.
was really good. She would have ate her up at the reunion.
That's what I'm kidding? Like. And Kelly was like very much saying whatever, copying please. Like, how when she's like, I never said our marriages were the same. Like, you know what she's saying. Like, I hate when people do that.
But when they argue over semantics, she did say that.
Like, I hate when people argue over semantics. Like, that really annoys me to the core. No. Like, okay, I may not have said exactly what you said, but you're trying to get around the fact
the energy was the same. Right.
Like, come on now. And then Drew Sidora.
She really grew on me this season.
She did grow on me this season, but there's something there that I still am like sideways about. Because I also feel like she gave us a lot, but she also didn't give us anything. Like, I cannot remember Drew throughout the season.
Are you kidding me? Drew
Not really.
In the studio with that man making something, and apparently the album was really good.
I wanted to listen. I saw that like they were all saying the album was really good. I'm like, okay, I'll listen.
I forgot to listen.
But why? It was so funny when what's his name was talking to Ralph, and he has said like she put a picture of you in the studio. I almost lost it.
That was so messy.
That was so messy, but so funny. Like he was like, I didn't know that whole album would be about me, and he's like, bruh, she brought your picture into the studio, lit a candle, and set it up, and then that's how we recorded the entire thing. Like,
she's so real for that. Drew is like, I like Drew because she has that same Kenya energy where she doesn't take herself too seriously. Like she'll get with you, but Drew don't really be angry. Like she just be like, girl, bye. Like she just like, it's water off of her back.
My favorite.
I love it.
I lied before about not remembering anything from Drew, because the one thing I absolutely remember from Drew. So did you sell it?
Yes. Did you sell it? She wanted her so bad,
and she's like, and drinking like very casually. That's what was so funny. Drew was so serious. Like she was definitely asking, like, "Well, did you sell it?"
No, my favorite moment is when she's late eating that chicken and sharing with the cop. You want some of this chicken? I'm like, girl, what is wrong with you?
Why is she so late all the time? Like that is just Drew is so ridiculous.
But she's so funny. That's my cousin. Yeah, Michael. So my maiden name is Drew.
She's like, I never said that I was joking, obviously. And you're like, you weren't joking though.
To me, I thought it was obvious she was joking. Like
I thought it was too.
Michael Jordan is her cousin. First of all, Angela, it's funny. Okay, like the girls learn to laugh. You know what to laugh? Probably Kenya. Kenya probably would have laughed. Kenya's apology tweet, I was shocked by. I'm proud of her for that. I'm really sad to hear that her and Cynthia haven't spoken. Really, that's really interesting. That did break my heart,
actually.
Yeah. Guess
I was like, that for
contract. Right, I'm like, what was she supposed to do?
Nothing Cynthia did was that deep. Like, you thought she was about to like agree with your actions.
And Cynthia didn't even really throw her under the bus. She really kind of spoke very vaguely, like, I don't blah 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 for anybody, you know.
And she during the show when Cynthia was like, "I'm sorry, but if you have pictures of you like in inappropriate things posted up there, like you don't get to tell them how to get to react." Like, was the gun thing wrong? Yes, but was what Kenya did wrong? Absolutely. Anyway,
we must move on. Speaking of things being wrong, okay, I don't know why this set the internet ablaze, because people have affairs all the time, like every day. Side note, my job is not set up in a way that like people can have in-office affairs, but I feel like it'd be so juicy, you know.
Autumn rooms.
Actually, wait a minute. This could be really good because I'm about to say my office is just a bunch of married men. Yeah, actually, let's wake that up. There's a I guess there are a couple. These people having an affair at a Coldplay concert, and then the clip of them on like the Jumbotron is up of them booed up, hugging around. First of all, no shade. They look like everybody I've seen. They do not give very specific. That's absolutely Michael from HR. Like, I don't know those. They look very regular. Very grainy, and also nobody is ever really like in stadium and arena Jumbotron footage is not on the regular internet. You have to be doing something for somebody to post it. Like nobody cares.
Yeah,
kiss cams. Anybody posting kiss cams?
If they would have just kept holding on to each other and acted normal, no one would have like circulated that image. Mm-hmm. It's because of all that they did that it became a thing. But I also this is the same thing as a little boo for me. Like it's the grasping onto like things that are really irrelevant and like annoying. I think it also I will say finding out their business like behind the scenes like definitely added to it. But I don't think it's fair for y'all to be running and trying to find everybody's business out. Like
I don't think it's fair for somebody to lose their job for having an affair. Unless
me neither.
Like, you're the president.
This one is understanding. Like I understand why they lost their jobs because of the actual inappropriateness at the job, but that is for the job to do. That's not for y'all to be doing to reaching out.
Well, the internet is nosy, y'all.
And y'all think that I think people think that they have an innate like decision in someone's fate. Like I think the moment something happens, entitlement to someone's like fate or outcome. Like they think like, oh, this is destiny. Like destiny is the recording for that all to happen. I think that all happened very like organically and through destiny or whatever. But for you to go find out where his kid went to school and
That's
email his
weird.
teacher, have to do that. And we found what we were looking for. I don't know. I just find that very odd that we have these such a weird parasocial relationship where we one are in a constant surveillance state, but also like acting as police. You know, like it's not even just like the video version of it. It's also the like, let's go do the investigating about everything about these people. When they end up married and no one cares, like when they end up married and living happily ever after and leaving their families behind, like what then?
Just like that couple on the news. Remember that couple, that interracial couple?
I sure do, and they still married to this day.
I know, that's a really good story. I'm not gonna lie, that was some good tea.
That was good tea. But that's also
really
understandably sad, inappropriate because they work together, and like that's understandable.
Yeah, but so like it's to me, it feels like just good, juicy drama at the job.
Drama that you talk about. It don't have to be hair done. It don't got to be fireable offenses.
Come on now. So yeah, that's that on that. Speaking of fireable offenses,
Jaden Palmer, you're fired. This is honestly, this is Jennifer Hudson knew she was fired. She got that notice 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
she should be walking out right now.
Out of the spirit tunnel.
Kiki, ooh, to the sound of Dreamgirls. Now that would eat. But the last
the last version, when she's getting kicked out right before she sings her big number.
Oh yeah.
It's all over. She's walking down the spirit tunnel and like it's all over. And she's like that's terrible.
This is starting from, of course, Love Island. They've left the villa and now they're all doing their press tours, whatever. And Olandria and Shelly, see how I know their names like easily,
right?
Are on Kiki Palmer's show. It's
Baby
just Kiki Palmer. Baby is Kiki Palmer, whatever. She also tweeted a little while ago, like, as a journalist, I had to talking about the whole Mason. What's his name?
Jonathan Majors.
Yeah. Child, you think that name was fine. Now I can't remember his name. See how I do? See how I do? I leave these people in the dust. Anyway.
Right there.
When she did an interview with Jonathan Majors, and she didn't let it come out, or like it didn't stay out because she was like, but as a journalist, I felt it was my duty to, and I'm going to stop her right there. Journalism isn't like
it's not like a hobby or something.
It's not like a hobby. It's not like an internal like thing that comes out of you. Journalism is a studied practice that you maintain like mastery in. Like it's not like something you just do because
I don't
think
ask journalism is the same as like being a writer. Like
no,
you don't have to have.
I think if you write enough, you can be a writer. Like
you don't have to write anything. You can just be thinking about. He's like, I'm a writer. Okay, girl, sit up at that cafe. Good for you.
And that could be it.
Journalism?
As a journalist, I don't think so. I think you're a celebrity that's getting paid to do journalistic things. And actually, there are several journalists around who should be platformed in the way that you are. But we as a society don't have a, like, I'm trying to find a good word. Because I want to say elite class, but I think that's not accurate or appropriate. Or like a taste class, like a group of level of people that we trust that has studied a certain thing or become professional critics of a certain thing, who remind us of taste and what is in good taste and what is not in good taste, and then we as the public watch that thing or engage with that thing as well, and then also decide. Like, journalists are around and at work, like they're trying to do their jobs, but y'all aren't reading their work. Y'all keep watching Kiki Palmer and Jennifer Hudson.
But also, my thing is this: why does she like?
Why can't she just have a
Give that
podcast?
herself. I was gonna say, why did she give herself that? Like, you're not a journalist. You're not doing journalistic things. You're just talking. You're on a podcast. You're just
You're
hosting a
literally
show.
just talking, interrupting, and giggling, and
Like,
saying the
I
gag
wouldn't.
is.
Like, Oprah was an interviewer. She was a journalist. Okay, that makes sense. Wendy Williams was a journalist. Okay, that makes sense. Tyra Banks is not a journalist. She had a talk show. It was really good. It was bad, but it was really good for me.
It was really good, but
Really good for me.
she's a talk show host. Like, I think
That's it. Like, in this, you're not even talking about the
podcaster.
podcast. And it's okay. Like, it can just be that when she's making it so much more important than it has to be, and that is where she messed up by inviting that man on. Girl, you don't have a responsibility as a journalist to interview this man. You can interview nobody. You could just bring Usher back on, really, and do a better job second time.
And I think there's this thing of like, we must talk to the evil people who have done harm and tell their side of stories or get them to answer questions. Like, I don't think we need to do that. And it's really uncomfortable because when Keke Palmer got on Wendy Williams about how she handled like her coming out about her struggles with domestic violence or like, you know, issues where she was put into uncomfortable positions, she got into it. I mean, to Wendy. So why can you not see, or why are you always at the hands of an operation where you're platforming men or talking good about men who you know have caused harm, with no true accountable statement coming out of your mouth along with that?
There is such a dissonance in the brains of celebrities, Jaden. They can go through something, talk about it, and then be the hand that does it to someone else. It's really amazing to watch, honestly, because you're so right. I totally forgot about that. So what is actually the difference is Wendy Williams didn't interview Trey Songz. She's talking about it like a dog, though. Talked about it like a dog, but I genuinely don't understand what she thought. She was not moving the needle by talking to that man at all. But keeping with why you wrote it down, I think. What did she do to Shelly and Alandria?
So with Shelly and Alandria, I didn't watch the full interview, but she was talking about, this is also projected from Twitter, what they have said that she has done. I felt this way already. Like, I have already been feeling like she's not a journalist. And I've been thinking about this about people in journalism in general. Keke Palmer's just a catalyst for this. But I've been seeing, like, as someone who did communications, who has done media production, like, I know people who went to school for journalism. So to see them now not be finding work while celebrity culture and like talking about celebrity culture is such a, you know, a financially lucrative job right now. Like, I'm confused actually why the journalist girls are not highly employed.
Right. Since y'all want to story so bad.
Everyone's talking all the time right now. And there's always an op-ed or some story.
A lot of talking going on.
There's 5 retrogrades. There's plenty for journalists to be talking about. And these are the voices we should be looking to and respecting. And that's why also, in contrary to that, where journalists are right now at these publications, not being truthful and honest about what's going on in the world, gets them side eyes. That's why they're getting talked about, and they're getting red paint thrown on their doors for protesting reasons and whatnot. That's why that's happening, because they're not doing their job.
They're not.
Anyway, child, I can't talk about Ms. Palmer. A lot of people have been tweeting like she's getting on the nerves. And I'm like,
have you seen her any of her music videos or heard any of her new music?
And that's T-Boo.
And that's that's where I'm gonna just pivot into take it or leave it. So the next segment here is take it or leave it. This is where Jaden and I, we answer questions. We did get some questions in from Instagram. See what I mean? I just dropped the poll on there and got some questions. Basically, I did. 5 weeks ago. So I hope nobody was. None of this is pressing, really.
No.
It's time sensitive.
No.
basically, we're answering advice questions or, giving our feedback on messy stories or not messy stories, whatever you want to share. Let us know on childanywaypod@gmail.com or hit us up on Instagram or Twitter once Jaden logs back in and sees the information, or if I click over by accident, I will see it.
Right.
And we'll read your thing on the internet, or we'll read it on the show, and then the show will go on the internet. Speaking of the internet, the first question. Yeah, so basically, send in your questions, comments, or concerns, because
clearly
it doesn't have to even be a complete sentence. That's okay. The first one is dealing with hateful comments from strangers. I'm going to add a couple words here. How to dealing with how to dealing with with hateful comments from strangers without I don't know, giving too much into it. I think the best way to hateful comments from strangers online.
Yeah.
If it's hateful comments online, this is gonna sound like so like, okay, girl, easier said than done, but really your best solution is to just go outside and do something else. I do believe that cyberbullying is real. I do believe that. I do also think that at some point you have a responsibility to yourself to remove the thing that's causing you harm. It's harder when the internet is kind of like your source of work, perhaps. Like if you're a content creator, the person that wrote this in isn't, and the people listening to this show for advice, I don't think are content creators. But just normal, regular folk. But even still, I'm not going to say don't read them. I'm not going to be ridiculous and say don't read the comments, because come on now. But if you cannot read them, just don't read them or turn them off, really. I know that comments help with the algorithm or something, but if it's a couple more likes or your sanity, like I said, the best thing you can do is to just go outside and do some other stuff. Talk to people, read books, paint a picture. It really sounds simple. It really sounds like maybe it kind of has a tone of condescension, but it's really true. I don't think I've not posted anything to the grid in a very long time. Stories be silly, and I really don't care. It's just for fun, because you have to remember it's not real. The internet, specifically social media, I should say, is not real. And even if you're like, it is real because I'm on there, okay, well, think about how you post.
It's real in the fact that there are maybe consequences from it, but it's not a real place you can go to.
You can go off of it.
You can. Okay, were you done with what you had to say?
Oh, the rushery is crazy, and this is how I'm dealing with hateful. I'm dealing with hateful comments from strangers. Apparently, my advice literally is to do something else, and then you'll forget, and then it won't be that important to you.
And you know what? And what I even think it does is it shows you the life that is worth living. You know, like when you go exist out in the world or like off of the internet, you start to remember like, oh, there's life out here. Like these are lives, tweeting, whatever, but these are numbers, symbols, and signs. Like if you were to actually step outside or engage with people, or have a friend talking to the person at Trader Joe's, like there are lives that are more tangible.
How dare.
Anyway, I'm agreeing with you. I also think that you should just like do something else, especially because Issa Rae talked about it. She was like, one time the internet was cussing me out, and then I was looking at my phone and realized like, this is my phone, like I can log out. And then she's like, and then when you log out, you realize like no one's saying anything to you anymore. So it's like maybe, and I don't want to sound condescending, but it's hard not to. Like I've been there. Like when my tweet, when my TikTok kind of blew up, I did get some comments that was like, okay, but I'm laughing and kicking like I don't.
Yeah.
Me personally, I'm not taking it all the way to heart. even if it does like hurt my feelings, I guess, like I don't necessarily care because I don't know these people. Like the other thing is I also assume everyone's a bot. Like unless I know you, I'm assuming you're a bot.
They do be
So
bots, that's why.
it'd be several bots. So I'm like, these are bots. Like they're sent to be mad or whatever. And like I just don't know. And
I think it's a perspective shift as well.
you have to change perspective. I think you can read comments because I don't like the anti-accountability culture that comes from like content creators or people on social media, and they're like, just don't read the comments, just don't read them, just don't read them. And it's like, no, there's some things there that you could take heed to, but I don't think you should internalize the comments. Like you can read them, but I don't think you should internalize them. These people don't even know you, and you're letting them dictate who you are and what
the
your
rest
character.
Of your day.
And girl, shut that phone and go do something.
I agree 100%. I think the other perspective shift of it is like I've probably gotten a couple comments here or there, but whenever I experience negativity that I feel is like unwarranted and random, my first thought is not like, what have I'm always like, dang, what they going through? Why they hating so bad? What they got going on?
I'm also like,
I hope they figure that out.
Should I leave this up or should I delete it? I'm also like, I can.
Oh, girl, something about me getting quick to delete, baby. Look at my post; it got nothing but love. I'm deleting your comment, and it could just be a question. I'm deleting it,
and I'm not even like responding.
Even if it's not, if it's not amazing, I'm deleting it. Let's say I posted a picture of my outfit, and somebody was like, "Oh, that's an interesting choice of color." Delete. I would have never thought to delete. Girl, it should have started with heart. It got deleted. I saw a question mark. Delete. I'm deleting it. And guess what? Yeah. That's it. That was gone. And then when you look back, you won't even remember that it's there. Don't look at it for too long. That's the thing too. See the negative, delete it quickly. What did it say? I don't even remember. I deleted it very quickly.
I don't care.
That's the biggest part. The next question is a question because it starts with how to. It says how to deal with being the single. Now, in this person's defense, I wrote this by hand from reading it to DM. So if there's any mistakes, it might be me. How to deal with being the single, I'm going to guess, friend of a close friend group and waiting for your turn to be loved outside of family and friends. You clap for everyone, but you're waiting for when someone claps for you. Being queer and Black and not having a conventional attractive body. Now, that was the end of that. The question was at the beginning. The rest was context.
Right.
What percentage of people send in comments are listening to our show to hear the answer? I'm not saying it dictates how I'll answer your question, but I'm curious to know.
Me too.
Because we know, Gina, for a fact, there's a lot of people that follow our Instagram. That remember I did that poll. I said, how many of y'all just follow Instagram and don't listen to the podcast? It was like 90%, y'all.
It was like most of us.
Like, girl, y'all have podcasts? I didn't even know Instagram was for. Like, I thought this was a joint Instagram for y'all just as friends. I didn't know. Okay, Jane, you want to answer this question or start?
Y'all answer it. This is me bad. The last part of the context, the queer, Black, and not having conventionally attractive body, and then the close friend, being a single friend in a close friend group. All my friend groups, everyone pretty much has been in relationships while I have been single. And there's a few things I want to say. There's a few answers, and you can take them however you want them. One is like the love yourself one, like build your own confidence. Like I feel like that's annoying and cliche because that doesn't actually help, or like I can love myself till I'm blue in the face, but like I'm waiting. There's a certain type of thing about being loved on by someone. I understand. Community. I respect that. I get that. And I specifically mean romantic love. Like there's a certain thing about romantic love that I do think a lot of people should, everyone, if they want it, should experience. Also, what I also think you can do is continue to yearn. Like I think there is something powerful in the idea of like you wanting this thing for yourself, like, and you being even upset or bewildered that it hasn't happened for you yet. I think that's a fully fair emotion to have, or a fair perspective to have, because I think it's because we live in a society that just doesn't. I'm leaving that. We don't have time to unpack that right now. Essentially a society that breeds obviously misogyny and all this other stuff, but it has been elated by toxicity. Like, these men or these people inflated by toxicity. No, elated. Like, it thrives. It breathes and is so excited about like being toxic and nasty and like I'm about to say more words that don't matter, but
you better give us fluff.
Yes, I'm like verbose, but like no. But in general, like I understand the yearn, and I think that you can hold on to that, and that's okay to want and feel like, when is mine gonna come? When is it? Like, don't let it turn into despair or like a lovelessness. But to romanticize the yearn, I think is a beautiful thing. Like watching romantic movies and seeing yourself in that, or like writing little hearts in your, like having little moments with yourself of like, I wish this is what I was experiencing. I do think that has to be combined with the confidence portion, because you can easily be given someone, or like put in alignment with someone who does not want the best for you. Like, they want to take and siphon all your love and energy and all that and use it for their own gain and leave you with nothing. Like, I think that's a very easy slope to fall down.
Very real,
especially like easy. If you're coming from a place of lovelessness, of despair, of like desperation. But I don't think it's a problem to want love or like to yearn for it in such a way. And I think lastly, ask to get put on. That'd be the other thing. Like, do not be afraid to ask for help. Like, that'd be my thing. Everybody got a gay friend or a queer brother or something, but no one's saying anything. Like, and are you expressing that to your friends? Because something with me, like, I don't necessarily tell my friends like, I want a man. Like, I do now, but when I felt this way, I wasn't saying anything. So like, how are they to even know that that's something I desired if I'm not even opening my mouth? And a lot of times people think like, in manifestation, like you can manifest in your brain, or like, putting things out there to get returned back to you, but you have to say it out loud. You must speak it out loud for it to be tangible energy out in the world.
You have to do the work. Faith without works is dead. You're absolutely correct about the asking around, or not asking around, but like letting people know, like making your desires known to your friends. Of course, you're not going to be in Trader Joe's talking about, I work in the area and I'm looking for something. But I'm not gonna say no names, but I got a text the other day talking about who that's this and that, honey. And I want to search. And you know what I did? I put my feelers out. It's about community.
It's about
community. Because
the people you like,
that's how you meet people.
The people you like are probably in relationship to other people you may like.
Hello, and that's why you guys are connected, because you guys have similar mutual and interests, and they align in that way. Everybody thinks that their grandmothers and their aunts and all the people that are in so much love. Everybody does not meet at the grocery store, bumping into each other in the library, cutting each other off in traffic. No, this was my friend's guitar teacher. Like, you have to let the people know. And also, it helps then for your friends and your people to hold you accountable for what you say you want. Like if you say that you're looking for somebody and then someone comes along and you're moping around about it. But also, because this is what I thought you were going to say, something that I feel like is really important about the, what piece is it? Yeah, the whole thing, the whole vibe of the question is, people always want like this X, Y, and Z person, but would you, if you were an X, Y, and Z person, want someone who's like moping and sad and like, oh, when is it my turn? You got to be ready. It's like when it's not, I hate to throw my girls under the bus, but it's the people that are like, I need me a such and such that got a good car, nice teeth, drive a Lexus. I know I keep talking about a car, money in the bank, respects the mother,
respect to the
clean house, respect the law. Exactly. And then it's like, you don't know how to cook. You don't know how to clean. You don't even have teeth. And I'm not saying you got to get teeth, but you got to be more open. You got to be more open to the possibilities. I think I'm not going to expose myself too bad, but this is what I will say. The best way that the people will understand, you got to really get in your Sierra bag. You got to really make your requests clear, and you got to make sure that whatever you're asking for aligns with who you actually are. It would be very unrealistic for me and any other people that I know personally to be like, I need my person to be rich, famous, and like on top of the world. Like, I'm sorry, Jaden, I don't know that your man is in the NFL. He actually really could be. Based off your vibe, I do know some people. I do know some people living in these small towns that breed like big athletes. It's possible.
I know some people too. That's funny.
So that actually is possible. So not you. I'll give a different example. Anybody else?
Link.
Hello. Send me the link. Unlisted.
I'm in the.
But I think you just.
You're annoying.
Me too. It was. It never got released.
Right.
But basically, it's about you need to be ready. Number one, and I'm not saying that you should spend your life around making yourself ready for someone else, but first of all, ready for yourself. People can really feel and smell confidence. I just read, when I say read, I mean watched a video on Twitter. I just read a study about the smell of fear and how they took this study of like people who jumped out of a helicopter with parachutes having fun versus people who got in a car accident or something. And then they took their sweat samples and they didn't tell the people that they were smelling sweat, but they preferred the one that was like the excited sweat to the smell of fear. Like this and I'm not saying this is the same thing, but we can smell the desperation. And I'm not saying that I'm not even alluding that the person who wrote this question is desperate by any means. But I'm just saying it's very easy to, like you said, fall into that very quickly. Like yearning straight to despair. It's very easy.
It's a very
I think, and like you said, Jaden, if you don't tell your friends what you're looking for, because for example, person like Jaden, you'd be like, oh, Jaden, he's that girl. He ain't looking for nobody. He just enjoying life, being outside, being flirty, 30 and fun. And then it's like, Jaden's looking for a husband. Jaden's ready to be a mother.
And what the reason I understand it specifically is I would end up talking to my friends about like suitors or whatever, and they were like, I thought your phone would be blowing up, or like I figured you didn't need no help, and it's like, well, no, like I haven't been talking to anyone, or and so it becomes like, shut up, I'm here. I'm not saying right now. I'm saying I don't. But once I started saying that, even once I started saying that these are things I desired or something I was interested in to my friends, which is again out loud, I started getting that back in general. You know, like then that's when people started coming my way, and I'm like, oh, what's this about? Oh, what's this about? What's this about? What's this? And then they all suck. Like none of them go anywhere. But it's like you don't feel unwanted, which I think is a lot of it. Like even if you had 5 people in your phone, hopefully that would give you some sense of like at least a desire there. Because I think that's one thing. It's one thing to want to feel desired, which I think is a very valid like yearn, really like whatever,
it's a human condition.
Yeah, like to wanting to be desired, wanting to be loved on, sure. But it's like if 5 people were to be talking to you right now, like what would that do for you? Like would that actually cure your like desperation, or like would it cure any of those things, or would it just, when these people then leave, because you weren't actually ready for any kind of true commitment, or you weren't ready for like to get to that point in that stage. You actually don't reach out, or like you don't plan to hang out, you haven't gone on a date, or like there's so many things, but like I don't know, I just feel there needs to be a combination of confidence, like understanding your emotions are valid, so and living in them, like with the yearning, with the and then also like dating yourself, putting it out there, telling your friends the things that you like, or having those conversations with the people you enjoy. I think it needs to be actually a combination of all three.
Yeah, I think also once again, here we go again, perspective shift. And once again, not saying that this person, we're definitely giving this person a lot, but I think that the thing that sometimes gives people is like, when is it my turn versus like, oh, clearly it's blessing season, so my turn's coming up. You know what I mean? It's a perspective shift. Like, if all my friends are booed up in love, love is in the air. So I must be next, and that's exciting, or I must be soon. It's about perspective shift. It's all about perspective. I hate to be that person, but it's the only thing that's going to get you through, really.
Truthfully, even if the perspective shift does nothing tangible, and like you having like dates acquired to you, it's like you also, but you now have a new outlook on your singleness.
It'll get you through. Yeah,
it helps change perspective within your own brain, your own consciousness and subconscious, to like understand like your time will come. And it may be your location.
And it will.
That'd be the other thing. Where you are, it may not be the hot spot.
Probably isn't. It probably isn't. But to this person who asked the question, and anyone else who's like, I resonate with that question, your time is absolutely coming very soon, girl. Love is in the air.
Yeah.
The next question, I can't even believe it snuck through the gates. I can't even believe it made it through the filters, Jaden. The statement says, this is like people don't write in. Because they write in and we're like, I can't even believe they would ask me.
I can barely read this nonsense.
No, literally. What is that even? What's the grammar in that? Please keep writing in, guys. We'll be better.
We love you guys so much. Thank you so much for listening. We'll
try to be better. It's a perspective shift. This statement says, balance work, self, friends, hobby, family, finance, etc. I don't know what could be in that, etc. What is left?
Eating.
Food? Yeah.
Okay. Literally.
That's a hobby, girl. I don't. Jaden better eat Chipotle after this. Jaden, I've been craving Chipotle like so.
I have not had it in a while. I'm kind of craving it too.
What have you done to us? Balance, work, self, friends, hobby, finance. Friends. I feel like somebody else I missed. Unfortunately, you're gonna have to pick some of these things. Let go, girl. It can't be self, hobbies, and finance. Like one of those guys, unless your hobby is foraging.
Please.
Outside. Actually, no, the real answer is combine your friends and family to one word. So that's one thing. Okay. So let's balance them. Fortunately, with the invention of like phones and things like that, it makes it a lot easier to like stay connected in a way to your people, even if that's like, playing words with friends with your friends, or just like FaceTiming them on your walk to the whatever, or while you're at the grocery store. If any of this is an attempt to be in person, I have nothing for you. The hobby portion is really the trickiest one. As a serial hobbyist myself, oh, never mind. Fitness ain't even on here. So yeah, you got plenty of time for hobbies, girl.
Oh yeah, there's no fitness. I'm like,
that might be a tetra.
Yeah.
Because had fitness been on here, you would not. You would have to choose some stuff for real. Because when you gonna go to the gym before work, please. That's when you're talking to your family. Come on now. Do what works for you. I don't know, girl. What works for me is days for different things. I talk to Jaden on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, whatever day. But
Right.
also it's easy just to like send a tweet, send a song, send a thought, literally out of context, respond, have a quick conversation about it, and move on.
Move on our day. We don't have to talk all day every day.
You know, in some days we are talking for a very long time, and that's sustaining. And hopefully the people in your life are understanding of that. Like, if I don't hear from Jaden in 3 days, okay, girl, I'll see you on Sunday.
Okay, like it's okay.
That's fine. Now, let's keep it cute though. Don't go 5 months and I don't hear from you. That's kind of something else. That's no balance. There's no balance. The work, I don't know why people put work on there, girl, because don't even include that. You have to do that regardless.
I'm like, there's days, time that you're gonna be there.
There is no balance.
The thing I will say about work.
Yes, please help
that
me.
A lot of people, especially black people, especially black women, but black people in general, and then other minorities include most women in general as well, not the men, but log off. Log off. No, me neither. Well, at all. Log off. Stop responding. Okay, shut the laptop. You know, like put your work phone in your bag. Like keep your bag. You know, like people need to designate areas for things. Like,
yes,
why are you coming home and doing your work in your bed? You don't think that's energy transference?
That's not crazy.
Me personally, balancing work, yes, I think it's ridiculous to put it on here because you have to go to work. But I do think the work balancing portion of it is not letting work exit your time there. And I think people build too much of a universe at work that they let pour into other parts of their lives. Like, I think you can talk about work with your people at home, and then you can talk about people at home with people at work, but I don't think there are many places or times that they should be overlapping. Me personally, even if like I go, because I was cool with some of my coworkers at 2 jobs ago, and we went to like wineries and whatnot, but I'm not inviting my homegirl to come to the winery with us. And we all understood like that's not what we were doing. Like we were hanging out because we were cool at work. We're not about to bring our boyfriends and husbands and things. Like no one's doing that. And that's what it is. Like I think work things should be respected at work.
Respect the balance.
You literally have to respect it. That's the other thing about balance. Like, if you're not respecting it, like, then there is not going to be it. Because people will be like, "Oh, I want balance, and then
they don't,
and then build boundaries for each thing, but then cross them all on their own. I'm like, you didn't want balance.
No,
like you wanted a mix, and now here we are. Anyway, but I also think like dedicating days or times, like you cannot do everything in one day. The balance is spreading things out. Like you can't do everything in a week. Like take a month. If you know, like on the first and third week of the month, you want to make sure you spend time to see your family. Schedule it. Like put it into a schedule, a calendar, a kind of thing, or like coordinate it so it becomes a thing. If you know you have, like I had sewing class on yesterday, and it's once a month. The third, whatever, and I started putting a calendar reminder on my calendar because I want to go. And it's like, I want to keep maintaining this hobby. This is something I want to do. I work out. I try to make sure I'm there before 12 o'clock. That's really for the kids because, you know, they annoy me. But like, yeah, I'm really trying to be there before 12 o'clock because I don't want to get packed. And because I know when I get packed, I'm going to get annoyed and it pushes my whole day back. You know, like it's building your own ebb and flow for the things that you want to do and honoring it, like, and then respecting it and following through with it.
So I agree 100%. It's about discipline.
It's unfortunately about somewhat of discipline.
I think that discipline has a negative connotation, but discipline is very good, especially with the finance and I mean all of it, family and work. If you have a job that can be brought home. Fortunately for me, baby, when I hit end shift, I don't even remember what happened. from
Okay.
8:30.
I'm literally
I
like
have
severed.
Jaden, one time I was off work, very obviously off of work, backpack and lunchbox in hand, and someone from my job was like, "Hey, did you get my email?" I said, "I might have."
Okay.
I might have. I literally said I might have gotten it. Oh well, I was just tomorrow. I will look into it, girl. And now I done missed my train talking to you. Now what?
And what's funny
So I
is
think it's
a friend of mine, he started a job recently, and uh, they want round the clock care essentially. Like the company is all black, and you know how they get. They want you working consistently. So and
yeah,
the boss actually told my friend like, hey, so yeah, we kind of work round the clock. Like we do expect you respond to our emails at different times because they'll be getting emails at
that's
like
not crazy.
7 p.m., 8 p.m. I think it's insane, but it's insane for it to be so blatant. I think people choose to work after hours, especially if they're salary or whatever. But don't tell me that that's what we're doing. If you
That's what
told me my
expected.
hours are from 8 to 4, like that's not what was going on. But what I told him, I said, you have to start to be a little more strategic. I'm like, get your tasks done. Do one task a day. If it takes you, if you can do a task in 30 minutes, it's going to take you all day to do that task. Like, there's no reason for you to be doing like all your tasks for the month in a week.
I want to reference something that's in a book that you're reading, but I don't know where you are. In Zami, I don't know where in Zami. How far are you
Just
in
go ahead
it?
and say it, baby.
So basically, there's a section of the book where Audrey's she starts working at this factory job, and she's like, "This is like pretty easy, but the people that work here are not getting done. They're just meeting the quota. The quota is so easy to get." And then she starts like going above the quota, and then they raise the quota, and everybody's like, "You stupid whore!" Like, we know it's easy to do, but why do more when you can do the
Why?
barest less than the minimum? Like, why you let them know how much you can do? And truthfully, honestly, I'm very much that girl where I'm at work, like getting everything done and exceeding, and then of course now I'm like, dang, now they expect me to do that.
All the time.
And kind of once you're in it, it's kind of hard to then pull back because it's like, whatever,
But
child.
then once you do pull
It's
back, people
raise
are able to
season.
say like, oh, your performance started lacking, or like you are no
Exactly.
longer the person you
It's a
thought.
really slippery slope.
And it's and so what I was telling him to do, I'm like, do one task a day. I said, and then save some of your correspondence for when you clock out. Like while
Oh
you're
yeah.
or like clock out because he's salary, he's not clocking out. So like once you get home and you use in the bathroom, send an email. Like that's when you or even schedule them. Like if you know,
Oh, I
schedule
love
email.
a schedule send. I
Schedule an email and
love
have it
that.
send out at 6:30, or schedule an email have it sent out at 8:15. So it's like you have like you have the appearance of doing these things, but you know, like you have to respect your own time. Like truthfully.
I'm gonna push back even further and say, don't even do that. Like, girl, because once again, if you like, there's some people at my job that, like, oh yeah, girl, I see you answering emails at 2 a.m. No, 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 no.
I don't
Because now
know.
people are gonna be confused why you didn't answer their email at 2 a.m. this time. I think your friend should, like, let's say your friend's hours are supposed to be 8 to 4. 6:30 should be the absolute latest ever.
Oh yeah, the 8 p.m.
You know,
was
like
a drag.
don't schedule your
No,
meeting to go or
definitely
your
like
message to go at 10:30
6:30.
p.m.
No, but they be. He said they be sending emails at 10:30. I'm like, yeah, you don't have to do that though. Like the
Is this a
expectation.
startup?
I can tell you later.
Has to be because 10:30. What is there to discuss? The sun is down.
It's like the owner works in the office kind of thing. Like it's very small. It's very not startup.
Well,
I would just have to tell you about it later. Like
so to answer this question, all this advice is getting left. Okay, not a good sell for getting people to write into the show. But to balance your life, you have to respect the balance, respect the law, get some discipline in your life. Unfortunately, like you're gonna have to do it. You're gonna have to put a planner out. The financial portion of it all, girl, that's up to you and God, because I don't know how much money you're starting with and how many bills you have. But what I can tell you is, you know what stuff you don't need to be buying. You make enough stuff to buy.
discipline still is the answer.
It's just
Discipline is self
discipline.
care. That's one of my recent models. Discipline is self care. Like I care about myself, so I am disciplined about the things that I want.
Exactly. Especially in the etc. of it, like the fitness or whatever. But also, let's be for real. Let's be mindful of the fact that we live in a society that, like, some of this stuff is going to be created to be impossible.
Right.
They don't want you to be able to build community. They, as in, like, who's they? The government, the powers that be. They don't want you to be able to build strong sense of self in a strong community. Of course, what they really want you to have is the work portion and the finance, so you can buy the stuff or not buy the stuff. Use Credit Karma or Klarna, whatever it's called. So really, it's going to be discipline, but also being realistic for what your situation has been set up. You know, like the cards that you're dealt will make it kind of impossible. Some things much more difficult, and I'm not even saying like it's more difficult, so work harder to overcome it. Because then if you don't meet the challenge, now you have some feelings of like, dang, I don't care about myself because I couldn't make it work. Because Jaden said, if I care about myself, I should make it work. You have to be realistic about some stuff. Like I said, you're gonna have to group family and friends together. Make your hobby finance.
Okay.
And make your work self. Okay. Like, let's combine some of these things together. For real. And how am I doing it? I don't know.
Don't discipline. Rush. Like, I also think we are, due to social media, due to things, whatever, we are so sped up in this life. Like, everything feels like it's happening tomorrow. Like, I gotta do this right now. I gotta do this.
Yes.
And that's also with the declining of America and systems, and you know, all these things are happening as well, which are understandable to cause a panic and whatnot. But like, these things take time. You have, like, there's also, if we're gonna add like fitness, like, I started liking going to the gym because I started changing how I approach the gym. Like, I understand that if I want to maintain a certain body type or physique, whatever, this is going to have to be something I do forever. So it's like, I'm not about to treat this thing like the enemy. You know, like, this is the thing that I'm going to have to become friends with and find some type of peace in. So I started treating it like that, and I enjoy going to the gym.
It's fun.
Like, reading, you know, I'm always talking about reading a book, but I love reading books. I've recently watching movies. One of my best hobbies. Like, I love watching a movie. I love reading a book. I love reading an article. I love, like, learning about something new and understanding that, like, I can't do it all tomorrow. Like, once you get over the fact, like, you cannot do everything in a day, a week, or a month, you start realizing, like, it's okay to take your time. If Beyonce took 3 whatever, how many years to make Renaissance, Cowboy Carter, and whatever else, why do you think that your life and your creations aren't as great? Like, because it's not on the same scale, why do you not see that your things also deserve to have time and effort poured into them in order to see an accomplishment? That's not answering your question at all, but it was there.
I was going to say, that preached, but definitely not the question.
Definitely not balancing.
No discipline in that answer whatsoever.
No discipline in that, but
a perspective shift. Amen.
Yeah. Essentially, don't beat yourself up. That's all I'm saying. Don't beat yourself up about it.
No, for sure. Because, like I said, some situations are set up for you to not balance them, especially depending on what your work is. Especially if you have kids. Oh my gosh, don't forget about it. Your hobby is your kid.
ETC is Eric, Tommy, and Carl. Like, those are the kids.
Why are the kids grown men? Actually, that's weird. So most of that advice from this episode, I would probably leave. I would take a few things. There were some gems in there. You're gonna have to figure out what works for you.
Sift through.
Yeah, and just some of it work, and maybe we know what you meant.
Yeah.
Siphon out the information and sift through it.
Is it not?
I think some of the answers, standing on business. Some of the answers probably work better to other questions, and you're just gonna have to mix and match. Play with it a little. That's the balance. Play with it a little bit. And if you want to have your advice question answered to the best of our ability, write into us at charlieanywaypod@gmail.com. And of course, follow us on the Instagram and write us there at charlieanywaypod on Instagram.com. And oh my goodness, if you can believe it, after 4 hours. We are coming closer to the end of the show.
Yeah.
Last segment here is called Thank Me Later. This is where Jaden and I are like, this is something I've been listening to. I've been enjoying. I've been whatevering. You should be doing that too. Because of when we wrote this, I don't remember who wrote what. I think I kind of know. I think I have like 2 things on this list.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll go in the order of what's written here. The first one I was actually put on to this project. It's called Close to the Sun by Ariel J. Super good, super fun.
It was really good.
It was really good.
I listened to it a few times.
Yeah, I've been listening to it a few times as well. Because I'm really trying to figure out why this person's voice sounds so familiar to me.
You know who I think it is?
Please tell me.
Grey's Anatomy.
I thought that too, but then I'm like, am I that familiar with their voice that I would hear it there as well?
Okay, that's also what I was thinking. I was like, but
I literally thought it was him.
But I was like, am I that attuned to this voice to where like if I hear it out in the wild, I'm going to think of you? But it's also like, yeah, like the way we watched them videos.
I was just about to say,
back in the day, we was in it, no shade. So like,
we were kind of there. That's what I was thinking. But I'm like, dang, were we that deep in college? And it's like,
we were though, like absolutely.
Probably, yeah.
Even still, like we still like I may come across the video and send it.
Send the clip, absolutely. Either way, listen to the project, really good, even if you don't recognize the voice. And it's just really good. Like, it's one of those ones where, like, okay, when you start paying attention to the words, you're like, okay, the words are really good as well. The next one is not me.
The next one's Lord Virgin. This was so long ago. I barely have listened to the album since it came, like, since this moment, but it was good.
I'm convinced.
Okay. Honestly, if you don't listen to it, I don't care. But Lord is I think we just know Lord for I never seen a diamond in the flood. But like honestly, the music really hits bad. Like the music really good. Bad. So I'm like, actually, y'all may want to go check that out. No shade. My next book. My next one. Reading books slowly. Like I want to try to read more books, and I think
shade.
This is shade. I'm not going to even bring up the shady portions, but just know it is shade. But it's also for me.
Yeah,
it's okay to slow read a book. Like I think people think like because I'm telling you to read a book, I mean tonight. Take your time reading that book. Like read the book. If it takes you 2 months to read the book, okay. But I do think you should spend time enjoying and reading the book. There are 5 retrogrades going on. I understand life is chaotic. You do not have time to read every page every night. I get that. But 1, make time. 2, it's okay to take time.
Yeah.
Clock. Now check that. Anyway, okay, the next review.
Wait, with that though, I think that once again, perspective shift. If your objective is to read the book, it'll be easier. Then you won't beat yourself up that you're only on page 50 after 2 weeks. Your objective cannot be to finish the book. I mean, you're definitely going to want to finish the book, but you should be reading the book, learning the book, figuring out, get into the book. It's okay to take time. We live in a binge culture that makes you want to do things quickly and get on to the next thing. Please, Jaden, I've lived, I've learned. I'm reading books very slowly. Only read 1 book this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
First of all, no shade. Last year, you only read 1 book. I'm sorry. 40 paragraphs is I'm considering 1 book.
Girl, Jaden swears I'm reading graphic novels with no words.
She's reading like an article and be like, I read 50 books last year. And it's like, okay, but how many of them was
First of all, I read 100 books, all over 200
of them were longer than
Jaden is returning his book after a week and a half. Okay, like please, we were doing so well. All I know is this, girl. Just read the book. Like I said, before my goal was to finish all these books, and I did finish them. Yeah, because I can quote every single one, tell you what everyone is about. But now my objective is.
Do you have Goodreads?
Yes, girl. You can follow me on Goodreads.
Are you like active?
No, with what, girl? I only read 1 book this year.
I'm saying like with the 100.
Yeah, I was.
Articles
I was. But it was lit. On them? I put every New York Times article on Goodreads. Yes.
Okay.
But literally, once again, just for me, because the social media of it all, that Now you're doing it just
No.
to be getting the book
Yeah,
done
no.
so you can have more books. But reading books slowly is so important. Number one, because don't nobody feel like going back to the library 100 times a month. And also, books are or can be expensive. And also, it's just fun because then once you're done, you got to go on the internet and say, hey guys, can you find me a book that's similar to this? Because I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
The next thing about enjoyment, Jaden girl, and I'm not kidding. I'm so serious. I know I'd be at the Trader Joe's, but let me tell you about that wild berry cheesecake ice cream, Jaden. You don't got to listen to the album I suggest. You can read through the book quickly. I don't care. But that cheesecake ice cream.
I do want to try.
I know it's limited time, and I wish that let's truly find a time before August 31st to do the thing. Let me know, and then I could truly just get you a carton. I mean, a pint.
Okay.
This ice cream is so good, Jaden. That one time, the first time I had it, it's like a small pint, and I live by myself, so I can do whatever I want. I was like, oh, let me just take a little off. I like licked it out of the pint. Why was I standing in the middle of my kitchen biting into this ice cream like like eating around the top, like scraping it out with my teeth? I'm like, food is taking too much time to get to.
Yeah.
I need to get into it right now. Yeah, she's good. She's really good. The next thing is good to me. It's an acquired taste. It low-key kind of gives recession indicator a little bit, like you're mixing a cocktail when you could just buy a regular drink. But sparkling water with a little shot of Mio, which is just like a flavor enhancer.
The sparkling water plus the Mio is a lot happened. What did we go see? And you pulled out the Mio. I was more so shocked at the artifact I laid eyes on, more so than added similar water. I saw it. I'm like, this has to be expired because I have not seen one of these in literally a decade. It's me. Like, that's what makes it the. We are pulling out from the country Mio.
Yes, that's true. I was shocked to see the Mio in the grocery store myself. But it was good though, wasn't it, Jaden? Because I do remember
it was good.
Giving you another shot.
Yes,
but also like you can get Mio in other things with something else, like and. Not to be that person, like whatever, but you can get meals with electrolytes or vitamin B or caffeine or whatever. So you're getting your something else's as well. But also, it's inexpensive. It makes you feel like you're drinking a soda. Also, as you know, we be liking sparkling waters now. Sparkling waters are so inexpensive. It's shocking. Like I'm shocked. I'm like $3.98 for a pack of 8. But then I remember it's just water in a can. But you could just buy a little Mio, buy you a 2-liter of the sparkling water, and now you've got a cute little drink after work, and it makes you feel like you're having a fun little drink. That's the balance, baby. You don't got to go to the bar. Get you a sparkling water and a Mio. Yeah.
Okay, so for my next thing, because I'm not even going to touch on.
It's all you. It's all you for the rest of them.
It is. Thank God. So
thank me,
Jamiroquai has it's an old album. It's probably from like the 2000s or the 90s. Traveling Without Moving. When I tell you Stevie Wonder's son, like I'm like, oh, you pretty much took his dreadlocks and put them on your white head. Like you are his child. Like boo.
What is wrong?
But it was I listened to it a few times because I was gagging the first time I heard it. But like it's really, really good. Like highly recommend. And I think they're a band, but the lead singer is this white man. And I'm like, why are y'all gagging me like this? I was so gagged. Jamiroquai it's kind of hard to spell just off the dome. Like you can kind of get it. It will start popping up. But Traveling Without Moving is the album, so just look that up. Lucky Day. I talked about this album when it came out, but recently it just had a resurgence in my like replay, and so the album Algorithm by Lucky Day, his last project. I love the album. I think it's so good. I think it's slept on. I think more people should actually indulge in it. I think we need more good men in R&B. So like having not good men as in like quality men, but like quality music.
Yeah,
because I'm not standing behind no man anymore. I learned that lesson several times. Too many to count.
Please don't.
Great album. I'm not gonna say highlight tracks. Just go listen to the whole thing. Tyler the Creator just released a new album like literally yesterday, 2 days ago. Don't Tap the Glass, and it's like very different from his other bodies of work. Sounds in the same realm, of course, but it's different in like context because he's saying like, listen to this album while you move. Like he put out a post before it saying like, he asked his friends why they don't dance in the club, like when they're out, whatever. Why don't they dancing? And all of them said like they don't want to be recorded doing something foolish or whatever. And he's like, that's just so unfortunate that we're being robbed of like having fun and doing a natural human thing because we're scared to be like memed or recorded or embarrassed. He's like, but so this album is forced. I wanted to force you to move. Like, I don't care if you're working out, if you dancing, if you whatever, like driving in the car, like if you're sitting still, you're not gonna get it. What she said, and a lot of people was like, I don't like this, and then everyone's saying like once they were moving around or whatever, that they were like, oh, this definitely bang better when you did it. That's also how I feel about City Cinderella by JT, but we're not gonna get into that. Because she made that album on the road. I'm like, that means you have to listen to it while you're in motion. Anyway, we're not gonna get into that. We get into that. Another thing, the other day I watched Strange Days. Angela Bassett is one of the stars of the movie, and it's like an earlier work by her. I don't know where you can find it. I watched it on the Criterion channel, so that's not helpful to any of you. But sometimes when things are on Criterion, they'll be on other things as well. So
let's see. It's on
the girls,
Hulu. It's on Hulu.
Okay, great. The girls be having apps. Strange Days. It's like a
thriller sci-fi.
End of world thriller sci-fi. Yes, end of world. They have people are able to record their experiences and replay it, and that replay is think of like a high, like getting high or whatever like that. People get like an actual euphoric reaction to it, but like, so say you do a paint class and you put this thing on your head, you can record your painting, and then someone can watch your video playback and see what you saw at that time. So what happens is not what happens to get the plot, but they come across a murder, and that's all I'm gonna say on that. So really good, really fun, really like edgy and punky. The writing is a little like sometimes like whatever, but overall, like I enjoyed sitting and watching the movie. I thought it was funny at times. I thought it was like heartfelt at times. Whatever. The ending kind of pissed me off, but we're not gonna get into that. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Lastly, which is something we said several times prior to today, but get your library card. Please. I went to the library and they gave me, because I had asked them, because someone had asked me recently about signing up for a library card, and I didn't have all the answers. I'm like, I asked the librarian, I'm like, so what is it? And she was like, do you want our, what's it called for the year? Our updated
like a newsletter or something?
More like
an info packet.
Yeah, more so like that, like our updated info packet about programs and different things. I was like, sure. And so they gave it to me, and it tells you like who can sign up, how to sign up, what to bring. And I'm like, this is the easiest thing, and if everyone were to do it, we would get more money towards our, well, not in this government, but it'd be easier to get more money from not New Jersey, your states or whatever, or your townships, because the library is being seen as a used facility. It's always useful, but it's being seen as a used facility. And so like everyone should get the library card. Like it If you live somewhere and there's a library, it's free. Like, yeah, there's other ones you may want to be a part of, and you can, but you're gonna have to pay for them. No shade, but your local one is free. Just go get it. That's it. That's all I have. This has been Ciao. Anyway,
you can listen to
2
Ciao.
hours.
Anyway, girl, hello, Ciao. Anyway, indeed.
We was going for a while.
Yeah, what was discussed, I can't say.
Can't tell you. This is like work. Once I in this, hello? I cannot recall a single
I have
thing.
no idea. When people quote me back to me, I'm like, when did I say that?
Literally, my friend was like, "You said this." I said, "Baby, I have no idea what you're talking about."
That wasn't
Once
me.
I hit end recording, my brain is like, "I'm out." We drop. This is the new episode we're dropping.
Like, share, subscribe, rate, and leave us a review, please.
It's a lot of thinking letters.
They're all yours.
Go listen Close to the Sun by Ariel J. Go listen to Virgin by Lord. Read your book slowly and get you a library card. Go try the wild berry cheesecake ice cream from Trader Joe's. And while you're there, say hi to Amira because she's there too. Yes. While you're there, get the sparkling water and Mio, but you're gonna have to time travel for that one. Speaking of time travel, go listen to Jamiroquai Traveling Without Moving. Then go stream Lucky Day, Algorithm. Then go stream Don't Tap the Glass, Tyler the Creator. Go watch Stranger Days movie on Criterion Channel or Hulu, and have a great day. And get some balance in your life.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.